Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news. The buzz in NFL circles right now is all about a potential blockbuster deal involving Trey Hendrickson, the Cincinnati Bengals' disruptive pass rusher. And if the latest reports are true, the Detroit Lions might be on the verge of landing one of the league's most dynamic edge rushers to bolster their already formidable defense. This could be a game changer, especially in their quest to take the next step towards Super Bowl glory. Let's unpack what this all means for the Lions, for Hendrickson, and for the NFC North as a whole. Sources close to Diana Rossini have indicated that a trade is imminent, an eye-popping swap that would see Hendrickson heading to Detroit in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2027. The Bengals, currently sitting at 4-9 and in a full-blown rebuild, are managing a tight cap situation with about $8 million in space as of December 2025. Their focus is shifting to developing young talent and preparing for a future without some of their aging stars. The Lions, on the other hand, are sitting at an impressive 8-5, and the addition of Hendrickson could amplify their pass rush and overall defensive pressure, making them even more dangerous as they push toward the playoffs. Now, why is Hendrickson such a perfect fit for Detroit? Well, for starters, he's been one of the NFL's most consistent and effective pass rushers when healthy. In the 2025 season, despite missing some games due to injuries, he's managed to rack up 16 combined tackles, including 4 sacks in just 7 games. His PFF pass rush grade stands at an impressive 89-1, and he boasts a win rate of around 22%, which is elite in today's NFL. Hendrickson's career stats include over 50 sacks, and his ability to generate pressure and disrupt quarterbacks is well documented. His style has often been compared to prime Khalil Mack, with relentless motor, quick burst, and the ability to bend around the edge. What makes Hendrickson such a tantalizing addition for Detroit is how he complements Aiden Hutchinson. The Lions already have a rising star in Hutchinson who's posted 5 sacks and a PFF grade of 92. Together, these two could form an unstoppable duo on the edge, creating a hurricane of pressure that opposing quarterbacks simply can't handle. Imagine the pressure rate jumping by over 30%, with the combined sacks potentially reaching 20 or more per season. That kind of duo would elevate Detroit's defense to a new level, forcing more turnovers and making life miserable for offenses. In terms of impact, adding Hendrickson alongside Hutchinson would not just be a boost for pass rushing. It would create a ripple effect throughout the entire defense. The Lions could see their pressure rate increase by more than 30%, leading to more sacks, more QB hits, and more forced incompletions or turnovers. Hendrickson's presence would also help free up other pass rushers and linebackers, allowing Detroit's defense to be more aggressive and versatile. The linebacker core and secondary would benefit from this additional pressure, enabling them to be more aggressive in coverage, knowing that the edge rush is more formidable than ever. On the flip side, the Bengals are in a different situation. With a record of 4-9 and giving up an alarming 8 points per game, they're in full rebuild mode. They need cap space for key extensions, especially for Joe Burrow, whose future with the team is essential for their long-term plans. A trade that frees up $18 million in cap space is a no-brainer for Cincinnati, allowing them to focus on rebuilding their offense and drafting young talent to turn around their fortunes. Hendrickson, limited by injuries this season, still remains a top 10 edge in the league and a proven difference-maker when healthy. His market value is high, and the Lions are in a prime position to capitalize on that. For Detroit, the addition of Hendrickson would be a statement move. It signals their intent to contend immediately, not just in the regular season but deep into the playoffs. Their defense would become a nightmare for any quarterback, especially with the secondary gaining confidence and developing chemistry. The Lions have been trending upward offensively, with Jared Goff leading an attack that's capable of putting up 30-plus points per game. Now, with Hendrickson rushing the passer, the team's overall dominance could reach new heights. It's a perfect storm, a team that's already competitive now adding a piece that could push them into elite status. Looking at the numbers, Hendrickson's 2025 stats are quite telling. Despite missing some games, he still managed to produce significant pressure and sacks. In 7 games, he's recorded 16 combined tackles and 4 sacks, with a PFF pass rush grade of 89, 1 and a win rate of 22%. His career stats, with over 50 sacks and a PFF grade of 89-1, reflect consistency and elite production. He's been a relentless force, generating over 60 pressures annually for much of his career, and his ability to generate QB hits, 15 in his career, and stop runs effectively makes him a complete edge rusher. And here's an interesting point. Hendrickson's durability post-2023 has been solid, with no major injuries hampering his play. That makes him a reliable piece for a team like Detroit, which is looking for stability and high-impact players on defense. He's often compared to some of the league's best pass rushers like Khalil Mack, and given his production and talent, he's right in that conversation. The Lions' front office must see this as an opportunity to add a proven, high-level pass rusher who can be a cornerstone for years to come. The reasoning behind the Bengals' willingness to trade Hendrickson is clear. They're prioritizing youth development and cap flexibility, knowing that their current roster needs a rebuild both offensively and defensively. Their defense, which is currently leaking points and yards, allowing 31.8 points per game, needs an overhaul, and freeing up cap space to focus on that makes sense. Meanwhile, the Lions are looking to capitalize on this opportunity, knowing that Hendrickson's addition could be the piece that pushes them over the top in a highly competitive NFC. This trade, if it happens, could have a significant ripple effect not only on the Lions' season, but also on the NFC playoff picture. With Hendrickson and Hutchinson rushing the passer in tandem, the Lions could reach a combined 20 sacks, which would be a huge boost to their defense. Their pressure rate could jump by close to 30%, forcing more turnovers and reducing opponents' yards per game from around 330 to closer to 280. In turn, this would give Jared Goff more time to operate and allow Detroit's offense to stay on the field longer, controlling the clock and putting even more points on the board. From a strategic standpoint, adding Hendrickson makes the Lions a much more balanced and formidable team. Their defense would be able to match up against high-powered offenses and make a real push for a top seed in the NFC. The potential impact on their playoff chances is massive, with projections now showing that Detroit could be a legitimate contender for a deep run, especially if they can leverage Hendrickson's pass-rushing prowess in key moments. The odds of them going from plus 2,200 to plus 1,000 in Super Bowl betting reflect the significant uplift the addition could provide, transforming Detroit from a good team into a true contender. Now, looking ahead, the Lions' front office has to weigh the benefits of this move against the cost. Draft picks are always a gamble, but in this case, the potential reward outweighs the risk. Hendrickson's experience, consistency, and ability to disrupt offensive lines are exactly what Detroit needs to push past their rivals. With Hendrickson on board, they could be the team that finally breaks through and makes a serious Super Bowl push, something Lions fans have dreamed of for decades. The overall outlook is exciting. The Lions are positioning themselves as a team that's not afraid to make bold moves to win now. The potential addition of Hendrickson signals a clear message: Detroit is all in, ready to fight for their place at the top of the NFL. The division rivals, especially in the NFC North, need to take notice. A Lions team with Hendrickson and Hutchinson rushing together is a nightmare for any offense, and it could be the key to unlocking their full potential this season and beyond. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Hendrickson is the missing piece for Detroit? Are you excited about the potential impact he could have on the defense and the team's Super Bowl chances? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news.